Hello, this is Kate, the Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to your weekly tarot card reading. So for this week's reading, I am going to be using the Universal Waite Tarot deck. All right. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you've seen my videos before, welcome back. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Okay, so we've got 3 cards here. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week. Let's just zoom in a little here. And my intention is always the same. It's just to get kind of a snapshot of some of the themes, some of the energies, some of the challenges and opportunities that may lie ahead for us this week. So the beginning of the week, so Monday, Tuesday-ish, we have the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups comes with a bit of a warning. And it's saying, don't get so hung up and so caught up in what isn't working in your life and what you're pissed off by or what you're disappointed by. It can be really tempting to get totally engrossed in negativity and really fixating on your flaws as a person or your mistakes or all the things that have been disappointing and unfair. And it can be really tempting to glom onto that. The 5 of Cups is saying, don't make that mistake. So we see there's these 3 spilled cups here. The 3 spilled cups in the corner, actually, there's a bit of glare, so you might not see it. Okay. So the 3 spilled cups represent things that didn't work out, the things that are disappointing to you. And then there's the 2 upright cups behind the figure. And these represent the things that are good, the opportunities, the successes, the good things in life. And the figure has his back turned to them because he doesn't see them, he doesn't notice them. And this is so typical because we tend to notice things that are a problem, and it's just natural to want to fix those problems or deal with them in some way. But the 5 of Cups is saying you're better off looking at your problems, maybe learning from them, observing them, but don't get sucked in. So it's important also to recognize the 2 upright cups, the good things, the things that are working in your life. So that's the beginning of the week. So I feel like there's a little bit of an invitation with this card, and my attention is drawn to the river. And this river is flowing, and it's this idea of constant movement, constant flow. Yet there's this sort of stagnant energy to the character here in the foreground in the cups. And it's saying that if you're feeling stagnant and kind of blocked, it could be because you're kind of fixated on what isn't working. And in order to get unblocked, unstuck, and start the ball rolling, start bringing in more movement into things, is to also acknowledge the good stuff as well. So I feel like there's a little bit of an invitation there to spend some time at the beginning of the week, maybe doing like a little gratitude journaling or just acknowledging what's working right now. Now, midweek, we have 2 of Pentacles. So it could be a busy week. You could have a lot of different things that you're juggling. There is still this theme of flow, just like we have the water moving in the river in the first card, we have the waves and the water moving in the second card in the 2 of Pentacles. So this theme of flow and things moving, things changing, it's a little more rocky. It's kind of roller coastery here in the background of the 2 of Pentacles. So it could feel like this week might feel like a little bit of a roller coaster, being really busy, lots going on. In any case, you may be required or asked to juggle multiple responsibilities, multiple things, projects. You may feel like you're sort of always moving, always in motion, trying to keep all the balls in the air. What I love about the 2 of Pentacles, though, is that there's this infinity symbol. And this infinity symbol, if you trace it with your fingertip, it never ends. It's kind of looping, and you go out and around, back to the center, out and around, and then back to the center. There's this theme of coming back to the center. So I feel like the key to keeping things, keeping all the balls in the air this week and staying on top of things is to become centered. When you're centered and you're balanced, you can withstand a lot of busyness, a lot of different demands, different things, without getting totally stressed out and scrambled. So the key, I think, with the Two of Pentacles this week, especially midweek, is center yourself. Just maybe practice some grounding, some centering, and also balance. That's the other key theme with the Two of Pentacles, is balance. Bringing in, how can you create more balance in your week? That's actually going to allow you to do more and to really withstand a lot of the busyness and the hecticness that might come your way this week. Okay, end of the week is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and here we have the King of Pentacles. Now, I like seeing this card at the end of the week because there is a real calmness, a solidness, and a quiet confidence to the King of Pentacles that I really love, especially after these other two cards. Not that these cards are terrible or anything like that, but to me, the Five of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, these are about kind of getting through the day-to-day, finding your center, sort of refocusing your attention onto some of the positive things rather than getting totally engrossed in the negative. So I feel like the first two cards are about kind of, just getting through the day. Whereas the King of Pentacles has this quiet confidence and this calmness and this groundedness that the other two cards just don't have. So I like seeing him here kind of at the end of the week. So the King of Pentacles invites you to ground yourself. And I know I already said that with the Two of Pentacles, but the King of Pentacles is one of the most sturdy, calm, kind of grounded, down-to-earth figures in the tarot. And whenever he shows up in a reading, he's inviting you to ground yourself, to take a breath, to just come home to yourself and slow down. The King of Pentacles likes to do things at a slow pace. King of Pentacles also is in love with the physical realm. So he loves good food. He loves, good wine. He likes to relax. He likes his leisure time. He likes a good massage. He likes to go out into the garden and just be amongst the plants. Like, he's a very sensual, kind of sensuous character in that way. And so with the appearance of the King of Pentacles is this invitation to slow down and kind of get into your body and enjoy yourself and don't be in a big rush. And another thing I want to say about King of Pentacles is he represents feeling confident in the physical realm. So the physical realm involves survival. It involves physical health, taking care of your body, how you carry yourself physically. It involves finances and how you make money, how you support yourself. And then just kind of the day-to-day stuff, like how you prepare your meals, how you take care of your living space, how you take care of your physical things. This is he's the king of the physical realm. The other kings, like King of Swords, he's king of the mental, intellectual thought realm of ideas. King of Cups is the emotional realm. King of Wands is the energetic realm. So King of Pentacles is all about the physical. So again, King of Pentacles is inviting you this week to slow down, to invite a little bit of sense of luxury into your life. Like, what can you do? What can you do on the weekend to celebrate being in a physical body, in the physical realm? Can you make a nice meal for yourself? Can Can you, get a nice massage, give yourself a nice foot massage or something like that. Or just spend some time relaxing in nature if that's available to you. So yeah, the King of Pentacles invites that, but there's also like this theme of confidence with the King of Pentacles as well. And the message is that the more grounded you are and the more connected you are to your body, the more confident you're going to feel in various areas of your life. So that is kind of the key. It's sort of the little secret to feeling more confident and stable in all the areas of your life is to connect with your body and get grounded on a physical level. Okay, so let's look at all of these cards together. And I'm just looking for themes. I think it's interesting that there is the water, there's the movement and the flow in the first two cards, but then the King of Pentacles, there's a certain stillness. So it's like things kind of come to settle. It almost feels like you're going to master the lessons of these two cards, and then on the weekend, kind of maybe time to relax and celebrate your accomplishments. There does feel like there's like almost a celebratory quality to the King of Pentacles, like a job well done. You've worked hard this week, put your feet up, relax. There is kind of a feeling like that. I also feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's almost calling you to be more flexible and to really go with the flow. You may find yourself needing to adapt this week and needing to kind of be flexy and flowy and adapt to things. Whereas when you get to the end of the week, the King of Pentacles, he's actually a little stubborn. You'll notice there's bulls on his throne. There's 4 bull heads. And those bulls represent the astrological sign of Taurus. And Taurus is known for being, I don't want to say a stick in the mud, but Taurus is known for being a little bit stubborn. There's a certain stubbornness to the King of Pentacles, but it feels like you've earned the right to be stubborn and to stick to your guns and kind of do things your way by the end of the week. But beginning of the week, midweek, that stubbornness may not serve you well. It's more about being like flexible and going with the flow. I do feel like this week we may have to change the way we normally do things. Like 5 of Cups is saying, shift your focus, turn away from these spilt cups, shift your focus onto the upright cups, focus on the positive. 2 of Pentacles is saying you may need to be flexible, you may need to go with the flow as you move through this week. So I feel like those 2 cards are saying that, but by the end of the week, it's okay to be a little stubborn and set in your ways like the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this has been your weekly tarot card reading. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me, and feel free to add your own 2 cents here. Like, what are you noticing in these cards? Is there a theme you're noticing? Is there a particular card that you're drawn to? How are these cards showing up in your week? How are these cards showing up for you? Feel free to share in the comments below. So my name is Kate. I'm also known as the Daily Tarot Girl. Please don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. I've got tons of fun videos for you to check out, and also my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put the link below. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely week.